Rager is a top entrepreneur mentor and success coach dedicated to helping women on a mission to restore their powerful feminine core while uncovering and delivering their unique gifts to the world at a high level without sacrificing their health, relationships, or massive impact and profits. Her unique success journey, background, and hands-on work with hundreds of entrepreneurs has led to a crystal clear understanding of what could be considered a spiritual journey. We must embark on this to uncover and live our authentic purpose. A journey to restore our alignment, intuition, clarity, mindsets, self-love, and care, and masculine-feminine balance that is necessary to become wildly successful in life, love, health, and business. She specifically focuses on these foundations as she delivers the how to be, to play full out the feminine way. With more ease, flow, intuition, and attraction, tapping into what she calls your sweet spot power. Wow. Over the course of 17 years as an entrepreneur, Alex has covered much ground in the transformations of her clients, beginning at the surface level as a makeup artist, deeper into nutrition and fitness as a trained expert and business owner, and further still as she coached and developed leaders with a team of hundreds of entrepreneurs for 8 years as a national marketing director. Alex is a recognized and award-winning leader, coach, marketing expert, mentor, speaker, and co-author of Smart Women Embrace Transitions. She is the founder of Sweet Spot Power, Purpose, Passion, and Profits for Women, and creator of multiple private and group programs. She proudly offers her trainings, mentoring, and coaching to women on a mission and entrepreneurs worldwide. She is committed to helping you reach levels of self-mastery and love that create quantum yet graceful leaps to the life you were meant to lead with your sweet spot power. Hop over to www.sweetspotpower.com and join her tribe of powerful women making a difference. Ladies, please stand and help me welcome Alex.
Thank you. My work is done. No. So again, I'm really honored to be here. This is really a delight, and many new faces, people I have not yet met. I've been in this community for a long time, and yet I haven't been out for a little while. I've been actually kind of off of social media for a while, hiding out a bit. In a way, feeling more connected than ever without reaching out in that avenue. I don't know if you all have taken a break from social media before. It's actually pretty good thing to do every once in a while. But I will be coming back on out and definitely tapping in with you and checking in with you after tonight. What I would love to do is, I had started to put together a presentation for you, and realizing I had 20 minutes, I just decided to nix it because I'm really here to serve you. I'll share a little bit about my story, but the first thing is, I don't want to be a talking head and decide for you what it is that you need to hear today. It's the new year, and everybody comes to the new year, or at least most people, I'm making an assumption, with some new exciting ideas. Some things you might want to leave behind, some new things that you might want to bring into your life and into your business. And I would like to ask you, if there is a challenge in your business or in your life that you would like me to tackle here today, I'm not going to go to every one of you. I've done that before, where I've actually gone through and I just completely didn't do the talk, and I spoke with every single person in the room, asked them why they came, how I could help. I can't do that. However, is there anyone here who has a specific business challenge that you would like for me to tackle? Because I can weave it in. Any specific goals that you would like to reach with your business? Yes?
Yes, I would like to have you become, to enter Elisa's passion. Because not only would you serve us, but at the same time, you would meet so many people that you could help.
Thank you.
That's my
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. So I don't know all of your businesses. Does anybody have more customers this year? Yes.
Okay, I have the team issues.
Team issues.
Team issues.
People that you have
Yes.
that you're employing to work for you. Okay. Great.
Volunteers, all that. So that's been something that
Okay,
challenge.
great. And I'll get to that. Anyone else? Yes?
I'm struggling with being chief cook and bottle washer.
Wearing a lot of hats and a
Wearing
crown.
lot of hats.
And a crown, and balancing all of that. I get it.
The crown I got going. We can do that.
Okay, so wearing a lot of hats, trying to find a balance in it. Correct? Okay, anyone else? More clients? Yes?
As a photographer, I'm looking at some dream clients.
Okay.
And identifying what those dream clients are for me.
Right.
And one of them is just happened yesterday, which was meeting one of the top execs for the top 5 dating websites in the nation.
Woo!
And so I want to
Wonderful.
dream much bigger this year and be more intentional with it.
Okay, all right. So marketing is something I love. I love sales and marketing, and it's something I could teach all day and all night. But again, because I don't know each of your businesses and each of your needs and desires, I don't want to go in there and just, maybe miss the mark. What I want to do is I want to actually rewind a little bit. I want to take a more broad perspective from your business and take a look at you and who you are becoming, who you're meant to become, what makes you tick, what is meaningful for you, what is it about your business that's in great alignment, what isn't, perhaps maybe there's a little vision piece that's missing that's not transferring to your team, so they're not quite on board with it or something like that. Too many hats, of course. Which things are most important? Which things are going to require your attention right now? There's so many different pieces involved. We're going to draw back the bow a little bit, take a look at this, what I call sweet spot power, which is really the alignment of 3 things. And before I go into that, I wanted to share a little teeny bit about my story because, again, time restrictions. I just want you to know that I've been an entrepreneur for a very long time, and it's because I'm not hireable. I do not trust being employed by someone else. Anybody else like that? Yeah, I really didn't. Every job that I had in the past, I would create some new extra thing that I could do that would make me more valuable, so they wouldn't fire me. And so I naturally just started doing my own thing on the side. I created business cards, put the shingle up and said, I'm in business, and just started going out and attracting people. And it started at the surface with makeup, and then it went into fitness and nutrition. It got a little bit deeper. And then it went into who the women that I was working with and mentoring were becoming. And that's what really got me excited. When all of you can really tap into who you really are, who you're meant to be, how God is actually laying out what's next for you, and knowing that that's right, then it's easy. It's not so hard to go out and do business, to attract people when you're in that type of alignment. And so each thing that I had done was kind of an evolution. So purpose, anybody here feel like that you're on target with your purpose or curious about your purpose? That's a big word. Isn't it a big word? It's kind of scary. It's almost like you need to figure out this purpose and you need to live into it. And if you don't, you're missing the mark. And isn't that a sin, to miss the mark? You're supposed to figure this thing out and live into it. Well, guess what? Your purpose is to lean into anything that is in your highest and best good. And sometimes God's going to slap you and say, you know what? You're going to have a challenge here. You need to learn this thing. You're being stubborn. You're using your head too much. You're not following your heart. And this is going to be a little challenging. And that's what happened to me every time I did a new business. Every time I started something new. I was getting slapped around a little bit because I was off purpose. And I had to move back, take a step back, and go, all right, what does he want me to do next? What's the next right, best thing? And there's a way of tuning into that, tapping into that. I call it your passion path. You can call it purpose. You can call it your North Star. You can call it anything like that. It's what I'm giving away today. And so I wanted you to understand that's what that process is to help you figure out what that highest and best good is for you. And so with each new level of business and each new business that I had created, success followed because I was getting back on purpose. And I was feeling guided and supported, and the right people and the situations and the inspirations and the ideas all would come because I was in the right place. Do you all know what it's like to feel that flow? And do you know what it feels like when you're not in that flow? When you're getting beat up a little bit? Right. So I created this business. Sweet Spot Power became what it is because I finally got it. That every time I was starting a business, this thing was happening. And every new person that I would help start their businesses, they were going through the same stuff, and there was actually a system to it. There were 6 steps that I was able to come around to identify, which I guess you could call it my philosophy. They're principle-based, they're timeless. You can apply them to your life, to your love, to your business, to your health, to anything. But the beauty about this is that these 6 steps are something that you can do again and again and again. And so I'm going to give you kind of an overview of that too. That's kind of my signature program thing that I do. I'm not selling that here tonight, however, of course, if you're interested, you can always talk with me about it. So I'm going to just share a little bit about that framework with you here also tonight. So I don't go off track too much. I wanted to answer some of the things that I promised I was going to answer. One of those things was the timeless principles for self-mastery and magnetism, and that is what Sweet Spot Power is all about. So what it really is, to find this place of flow and of inspiration and guidance and ease, even though sometimes we work and it's hard, it doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to be a struggle, right? It can just be like, when you're working and you kind of just go and go and go, and yet it feels like nothing. It feels almost effortless. You're almost energized, even though you're working hard. That's the kind of flow I'm talking about. Where other times it's like you're a fly trying to get out the window and you're just like buzzing and hitting the window over and over again. And you're not going to get through until you see the miracle of the change of perspective that you could actually fly around just 3 feet out the window this way. But we just put so much effort into trying to make something work because we can see it, but we're not going to make it that way. We just need that new perspective. So I want to help you to see that this Sweet Spot Power is this alignment of what is your highest and best good. So this passion path that I talked about, this North Star, what is it that we're called to do? Along with the intentions that you set in your life and in your business. The intentions, the goals. I don't like the word goal very much because it implies that you could hit it or fail. Intentions are a strong commitment to a specific focused outcome that you're looking for. It's just a little softer. And so when you create intentions in the main areas of your life, in your case, you may have lots of different hats and crowns. And some of them need your attention in the next quarter, and some of them don't. But the ones that really do, that are like a level 10, got to work on this one, you set intentions that are in alignment with that highest good. Let me give you an example of that. Let's say you're running a business and you have some new high intentions to grow, to add, let's say, 15 new clients, and you want to start speaking. Let's say you want to start speaking. And so you're not really specific about knowing what the big picture is, but you start getting speaking gigs in Detroit, and then you get one in New York, and you get all these traveling gigs. And yet one of your highest and best, one of your highest values is being home with the kids and to have that time with your husband, or some of these other things that might be more important to you than traveling to get the speaking gig. If you're not clear on the fact that, yeah, I want to be home. This is a high value for me. I want to build my business. Speaking is a good skill for me, but I want it to be local. Really taking some time to identify what are my strengths, what are my talents, what do I really want, why do I really want that? Why? And why behind the why, and why behind that? What would that give me, and why is that important? And what would that do? And why is that important? You have to go deep to find that motivation, that alignment, and then to have the clarity when those ideas come to say yes or to say no, because you will know what's right. So the highest and best good, the intentions you're setting in alignment with that, and then it's who you're being every day. You'll always be becoming. You're always on this path of becoming. And that highest and best good will continuously expand and grow with you. That purpose is ever expanding. It was not bestowed upon you to figure out and live into. It's something you create. And you are, in a sense, co-creating that with God. You are just obeying and listening, but it's you who gets to put out the ideas and lean into that. And we want you to lean into that. That's why we're here. We're here to experience and to share that and to make a difference. I'm sorry, I was just seeing the blue here. So who you're being is the big tough stuff. That's where we have to stay out of our head and be in the heart and learn to follow our intuition, learn when to say no, watch the habits, watch the patterns, the negative self-talk, the judgments, all of this stuff. This is why there's coaches in the world, because we need somebody else to look and show us that other perspective, to show the fly how to get around the thing, instead of to keep going straight, because it's got to be my way. Some people are really fast changers and other people are really slow. Some people are very open, other people are more fixed. Neither is good or bad. I'm not here to judge that. I'm just saying it is what it is. But to have other people's perspective and somebody else holding that space for you, seeing only the best in you, and pulling forth that and helping you to not only get aligned but to stay aligned is the fastest track to your success. The inner game is everything in success. Now, talking about the whole to-do thing, the to-do list. How many of you feel like you just, I don't even have to ask the question, right? Honestly, who doesn't feel like they're overwhelmed with the things that are calling for their attention? Anybody? Are you sure? The queen, the queen. So the idea here is, rather than trying to do it all and think your way through and write everything down and manage yourself, again, the being part is more about you set your intention, you know what's best for you, you know what's most important for your focus for the next 3 months. Now you just get to be here where you are. Bring all of you to every moment. Be in the room. Be with the people that you're with. Be love. Expand your love. You will be amazed at the clarity of what you're supposed to do next comes. If you need to mind dump it and put it all on paper and just kind of put it out there, I say give that up to God. Just write it all down and say, handle what you can. I'll take a look at you on Friday, but get it off my mind. This is what I know is important, and I'm going for it. And just guide me. Please bring me the situations, the people, the ideas, and I can do this. When you know where you're going, the how you're going to get there doesn't matter as much. And it's a whole lot more colorful and a whole lot more fun to get there when you don't try to determine how that's going to be. With a team of people supporting you, how fantastic that you have a team. They need to see the bigger vision. They need to understand, to get that buy-in for the movement that you're part of, why you're doing it, why that's important, how they stand for that. And then it's not so much about managing, it's more about leading. And then having, I could go on and on. I'm gonna offer you something for free that will help a lot. For you who you just got your Joy, you just got that great client. Identifying who your yummy client looks like. That's one of the first things that I do with somebody with a business. Who are you meant to serve? Who are you meant to serve? Who brings you the most joy and enthusiasm? And you pull out that one person, whether you've had that kind of a client before, or it's somebody you want to attract into your business, and you just everything about that person, and you just live and breathe in how you can serve that person, and that's how all your marketing goes. You speak to that person in all of your marketing. That's who you talk to. One person. So all of those people like her or him are going to be attracted to that. So you pick out those attributes, and then you do all your marketing to them. And that's how you find them. And you become that, really. In a sense, a lot of us, our clients are, maybe I'm making an assumption, but a lot of our clients, especially as coaches and healers and things, are similar to us. We tend to attract people that are a lot like us. And so sometimes it's just realizing that the journey that you've taken was all preparing you what you're doing now. Do you all agree that, maybe not in every single case, but in most cases, that is true. So what I would like to offer up, I don't have a lot of time, and I've got so much that I would like to give you all. And everyone's unique, everyone's different here. And you all have different businesses, different things that you need, different challenges, and have different levels of feeling aligned or not aligned. And I'm going to walk through, really, if I can, really quickly those 6 steps, but I want to hand these out. This is my gift to you. I'm giving away a breakthrough session for everyone here. And that is, I'm like, okay, so this breakthrough session is, it's all explained here, exactly what it's about. You're also going to get a free report from me, which is about how to get more time, money, and fun going on in your business. And also, you'll also be able to see the occasional video training from me when I put it out on my website. And then there's also a couple of other things if you want to contact me for anything else. So if you grab this, fill out the bottom, and then just tear it or fold it and tear it. Leave this bottom half just somewhere over here on this table, and I will contact you to get your session. I would love to do that. And then really quickly, the raffle. The raffle is for this Sweet Spot Shine program. It is a completely virtual 3-week program. It's all digitally sent to you, recordings, transcripts, worksheets. It's helping you to find and identify your skills, your values, what's in your highest and best good, a 5-step process for uncovering your passion path, down to a statement so you can align all of your intentions with it. It is fantastic. And then also you would get another full session with me afterwards to make sure you nail it and that you do it. So that's another session with me. It's a $495 offer that I'm offering today for $147. And that, just the session alone would be worth that. So if anybody is interested in that, I don't normally sell like this, but just want you to know about it. I want to leave you in the next 10 seconds with the 6 steps. I'm going to take a little longer than 10 seconds. Once you find this clarity, this first thing I talked about here, the rest of okay. The rest of the steps are then to create the space for more and better to show up in your life. That means eliminating anything that's unlike your intentions. Guess what? They're going to come up to be removed, whether you like it or not. A lot of people will leave something, they'll get all inspired at an event and they'll be like, I'm going to do these things. And they get home and what happens? Everything except for that, right? And it'll stop people in their tracks. It does not mean you're out of alignment. It doesn't mean, oh, God doesn't want this for you. It means it's time to clear some things. And when you have clarity, you'll know what needs to go. So we do that on purpose. We create that space. Mindsets is the next whole module on that. And then we work into your energy. That's your full-on health energy, what you're bringing to the table, as well as your actual physical. And then also your masculine, feminine, balancing all of that, which is really important as businesswomen, especially when you're married. And then we go into strategy, how to stay in a balance on a regular basis, and then action, which actions to take, which ones not to take, which ones to hire out, and on and on. So that's kind of what the whole big picture looks like. And I want to appreciate you for inviting me to be here. I'm sorry that it went so fast, but I could dig in with all of you if you want to, but act quickly on taking me up on that offer, because then I can really give you my one-on-one attention, and I would love to do that. So Happy New Year. Thank you.
This is a gift from all of these lovely ladies. We're going to take a photo. Round of applause for Alex.